My morning began with my toothbrush. For my shaving, I was using the shaving brush. But I realized it is possible to work with toothbrush. It depends on you what kind of applications you apply with the tool. So the toothbrush, the shaving brush, the fan, this bold brush, there were so many tools around me. I was just wondering, and I started using them on various papers with various mediums. And it is possible. It depends on the designer how he utilizes these tools. When I formally took the fine art education, I completed my fine art after the applied art. I started using the canvas. It was basic course to learn the various mediums like oil colors, acrylic paints, but especially the surface. It was really wonderful when I'm working on canvas. I worked and I realized calligraphy is also possible on canvas. Once what happened, I was working on the canvas and I found the percentage of water was more on the stroke and the flow I found on my canvas. And I immediately put a rough cloth on that canvas, on that flow, and it was wonderful effect. Accidentally I achieved the effect. Then I started using the same technique but with more confidence. I used flat brush, I used to write on canvas, I overlap the letters on wet surface of the canvas. Whenever I want some special effects, I used to add more water in color and I will remove the water, extra water from the canvas, from the stroke with the rough cloth, and it was wonderful experience. The same technique I used to remove the plain wash with this rough cloth. The way I'm working on the canvas, for me this rough cloth is also one tool. People think that the formal tool of calligraphy like this steel pen, the brushes, there were limited tools, but from my angle now I think the rough cloth is also a wonderful tool for me. It depends on the designer how he utilize the tool. And slowly when I was completed my fine art, I realized it is possible to make this experience in practical. I exhibited my first exhibition and it was wonderful experience. People appreciated the effect. Means it is only possible when you experiment, when you keep this type of experiment in front of the audience. People, they really appreciate, but you must have to have the confidence about your experience. And here I just want to give some examples. I have the influence of Raza, especially the Shankar Palshikar's painting. He is having more calligraphical strokes on his painting. And also I visited the Chimanlal's showroom. I seen R.K. Joshi's stationery. I also met Achyut Palam. So these visits or these references which I used in my learning process, those are also helpful for me while I was working on my canvas. These are the things which I found in spiritual painting: the bright shades, the strong strokes, the transparent effects, the effect which I achieved, the effect which appreciated by normally not only the design students but from the common person also. So these are the achievements. When I used to teach in college, basically student thinks to learn calligraphy only practicing through particular tools. But from my angle, I'm just charging myself when I'm learning a basic stroke. The vertical stroke, when it comes properly on your paper, it means the same time you are learning to stand vertically and confidently. I mean, these strokes helps you to create a confident when you write normally, it's only writing. But when you write with heart, with adding some personal feeling in that writing, it is possible to add from my angle, extra strokes. That's the original calligraphy. To create the beauty in the letter. So calligraphy, it is not only beautiful handwriting. It's feeling from one person to another person. We feel the lettering, we experience the lettering, we enjoy those strokes. Some people, they think the forceful stroke means calligraphy. But it is not only, it never stops till the forceful stroke. It crosses the limitations, it crosses the boundaries. Many people, they like to have their logos in calligraphy. Calligraphy directly creates logo. About calligraphy, from my point of view, people, they used to write. When I was in here, I would like to share my experience about my hostel days. Whenever people, they like to send any greeting cards, I remember my friends, they used to take my help to write the girlfriend's name. Why they expect good handwriting on the greeting card? It is possible to send the greeting card through a normal handwriting. But people, they think they must use the good handwriting to impress someone. Means here the calligraphical aspect starts in normal people. When you work with some particular tool, just enjoy those tools. Try to understand all possibilities of those tools, how the tool works. For example, I worked with the bow pen. When I was working in my college days, I was just using this tool to create a sharp line. Or for outlining, I'm using this tool only for outlining, to feel colors, to get a fine line. But when I realized that it depends how you hold the tool. When I'm slanting this bow pen, I'm getting some bold lines. When I'm holding it this tool in vertical angle, I'm getting slim line. So try to get those results. Try to create something. Try to experiment. And this tool gives a variations in strokes also. Means each tool is having its own personality, its own strokes. So try to enjoy those strokes. Chinese people, they used to use this brush by holding in this angle. Try to enjoy the same brush by pressing it, by holding vertical, by holding slanted. You will get different result. So just spread your feelings on paper through various tools. And don't keep yourself with the limitations of the thought, the steel pen or the bow pen or the cut nib pen. Cross those limitations. Use sponge, use shoe polish brush, anything, even a rough cloth, a newspaper. Sometimes people, especially the young students, they always ask why we need the basic strokes, why we need this much exercises. So without exercise, without practice, it is impossible to get the achievement, or just experience the tool, experience the ink, experience the surface. Then only possible to create a new or to experiment. I always used to give the example of Ashoka. He is the person who started advertising through the poster on stone. Just remember the old shloka scripts also. From one generation to another generation, next generation, they were passing those shlokas through mouth to mouth. But after some time, when they found the paper, the ink, they started writing. We have those references with us. Now we have the printing technology. So student always ask where we need this calligraphical skill. Calligraphy is not limited with the skill. Calligraphy is art. It directly expresses the feelings. It directly expresses the subject, the topic. The way I wrote the sport, Ananda, with the same tool, but with different strokes. Means the stroke speaks. Some specific strokes, some flows gives nice results. They directly express the subject. I was working on various subjects like landscape, portraits in my fine art courses. That time, once I tried the Omkar on canvas with black ink. It was wonderful stroke. People, they found the Omkar heavy stroke, the way we pronounce, especially these yoga people, when they stretch the sound, the spiritual feeling of the stroke I found in my Omkar. But I thought Omkar is beyond that. It is not only related with the stroke or that particular form. Omkar is something more. It is not only limited with the later form. I started experimenting on the Omkar, the spiritual painting. The yogi people, they used to sit for meditation. I think from my point of view, meditation means not only sitting in particular pose and keeping yourself on one level. Try to find the inner space or something, the big words. From my point of view, when you work with concentration, when you are studying in your room, when you forgot the time, when you forgot the lunch, dinner, the other things around you, the glamours, anything, you're highly concentrating on your work, you are enjoying your work, that is meditation. I enjoyed my meditation through my painting. I used to work on my painting constantly, 10 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours, it depends. My parents, my friends, they used to remind me that this is the lunch time and this is the dinner time. Come on now, stop your work. So, if you enjoy your work, you forgot the things around you, the time. When I am working on the painting Omkara or the spiritual painting, I used to play some audio backgrounds. For example, Pandit Jasraj Omkara or Hari Prasad Chaurasia's flute or Shiv Kumar Sharma's Santur. These musical backgrounds helps me to involve in my painting. Sometimes the Zakir Hussein's stroke I used to play through my brush on my canvas. The Ganesha painting, I used to write the stroke through round brush, but sometimes just observe the form Ganesha, the form of elephant, the Hastidanta. The same stroke I tried in Kra, Vakratunda, Kra. It is Hastidanta. The moment when I was writing, I was not having this idea that this is Hastidanta. But the spiritual painting, your involvement, the word, the way he want, he guide you. And you are only the mediator between the canvas and the tool. The letter, the way the letter want, he guides you. And I enjoyed those strokes. Writing some shlokas on canvas is really difficult. You have to concentrate on each letter. Once if the letter is wrong or some wrong strokes, if I found on my canvas, there is no excuse, no touchings. So one stroke, after some time, I realized I have to experiment more. I used a comb on canvas. The special effect, you have to press the comb on canvas and you have to remove the color. You will get some lines. Means here you feel the surface. In my research, I'm working on the project how this calligraphy helped in the history period to found the years and the areas where the kings were having their kingdoms, their lifestyles, how the Devanagari script developed through Brahmi, the journey between the Brahmi letter A to today's Devanagari letter A. So all letters. So I'm working on this project. Just think you are sitting in one empty hall and you are pronouncing the Omkar. Just feel the vibrations around you. Om. Om. Close your eyes and try to see the Omkar through any form, not necessarily the letter form, through any colors, any stroke, anything. Just try to feel this Omkar while you are pronouncing or you are listening. Not necessarily. Sometimes people they were not able to pronounce the Omkar the way the yogi people pronounce. So try to feel this Omkar through listening. But close your eyes and just visualize something. I visualize colors in my Omkar pronunciation or whenever I am listening. And I found the vibrant orange, the bright orange, the orange which conveys energy. This orange, it's really difficult for the fine artist or the person who regularly works on canvas to handle the brightness of the orange on canvas. If in 2-3 lines, if somebody asks what is the use of this calligraphy in future, I will directly say the future will definitely like to enjoy the stroke, because nowadays we have a digital applications everywhere. Everywhere we found the photography, the digital visuals. So people, they were definitely like to see natural strokes with tools, natural strokes on t-shirts, natural strokes with tools on canvas, on papers. Interior designer, they were also able to use these kind of calligraphical strokes in their design. Architectures also. People, they were definitely like to display calligraphy anywhere they want to decorate any corner. When I was in applied art, I remember in 88 or 89, the journey started, but I was not sure that in future I will work on this topic, calligraphy. I used to take help those students who were really expert in calligraphy, and I found they used to ignore my request many times. Once I decided not to take anyone's help, I started calligraphy on my poster. I received the first award from the state for my poster, and that time I realized that I am also able to work on this topic. Then Achyut Palav's diaries, those diaries were also helpful for me. Those diaries inspired me for the calligraphy, and I decided to take admission in art teachers diploma. I completed my ATD, then diploma in art education, the DPA, the drawing and painting 4 years diploma in Raja School of Art. After that MA. But the journey, it is not ended. Today also I am learning. My every practice, my every demonstration giving me a lesson. So this journey never ends. Today when I am working practically as a professional calligrapher or as a calligraphy or typography teacher, it is a wonderful experience. Because the typography or calligraphy to work for a movie title, to work for audio cassettes or CDs, for new albums. Mostly people from the music field, when the way they request ki we don't want the computer font, we want that strokey font or something. So what you call it? So I used to say calligraphy. So that's the calligraphy we want.